Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse all my regards for the adjudicators and all the participants, especially my worthy opponents. I am speaking here as the first speaker of my team and will begin to voice our strong agreement for today's motion that this House believes that the tourism industry does more harm than good for citizens in developing countries. As an affirmative team, we would like to inform you our limitation for today's motion. We will view and support this motion, consider the economy, social impact it gave, and so on. Our argument will stand between those two related topics. Before going further, let me define this motion in a very general way. Tourism industry is all activities related to people traveling to and staying in places outside their usual environment. The tourism industry also contributes to the finance in one country as it helps the country economically. Today's motion talks about how this industry harms the citizen in developing country and refer to that harm that I've mentioned. This statement means that there's a bad impact from the tourism industry that harm the indigenous people in tourism destination country. Tourism industry could harm the citizen economically, socially, and even physically. Some of the tourism destination country was a developing country. In the most closest way, we can take a sample as our country. Our country was one of the most popular tourism destination. Besides, it also stands as the developing country. Developing country is a nation with a lower standard of living and lower human development index and less industrialization compared to developed countries. Developing countries often know from its lower income level, limited access to healthcare and education, and infrastructure challenges. The tourism industry is known as the most beneficial part of the country. With a strong development regulation and action for the tourism industry, a country would dynamically develop by the economic benefits it gave. However, our team could not agree more that this tourism industry was leading to torturing the social function and the people rights. Let me give you the points. The tourism industry was in fact linked to the social issues such as crime, exploitation, and cultural insensitivity. For example, the difference between the tourist behavior with local norms could lead to tourists behave inappropriately. I'll take one case. In 2023, many reports have been said that tourists in Bali has done a lot of disrespectful action such as nudity, public sex, and dangerous driving. The governor even sent the new rules for visitors, including a ban on climbing a mountain, which are considered sacred and home to the Hindu deities. This new rule is made by the governor proposal after a German woman walked naked into a Bali temple and a Russian woman posed nude on a sacred banyan tree. This should be a strong proof of this argument that tourism has harmed the local norm that leads to a damaged social function as the norm was broken. As long as I voice this agreement to the motion, the opponent maybe strongly speaks that the tourism industry can also be economically profitable. But in fact, many tourism opportunity was held by the foreigner with commercial intention that exploits the resource in one country. This leads to one big question from me. Does the tourism industry actually affect the local citizen for the economic benefits? And with a strong opinions, I will answer no. As I said before, that there is an exploitation of resource that had done by the foreigner. The financial benefits of tourism frequently go for rent on hotels and tour operators rather than the local business. This means that the wealth generated does not circulate within the local economy. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps there will be an opinion that even if the foreigner exploits the tourism industry, there still be a way for local citizens to have their own profit by the employment chance that gave by the foreigner. However, jobs created by tourism are often low-paying, seasonal, and lack of benefit and job security. Workers in tourism industry may face a lot of exploitation and poor working conditions. Additionally, tourism brings so many great impact for the country. Every year, there's numerous tourists who visit Bali and they simply spend their money in our country. However, as I view this in economic lens, instead of supporting local business, this action actually causes economic inequalities between foreigners' business and the locals. On the other hand, with these economic inequalities, there will be a social and cultural impact, and we have faced the case of this. The following explanation will be done by my second and third speaker. Once again, I speak strongly here to support this motion that the tourism industry contribute more disadvantage than advantage for the citizen of developing country. Thank you very much.